Hi friends, it's Carlos Hernandez, Coldwell Banker Realty, the Hernandez Group. Today is August 23rd, 2022. I wanted to bring you this quick real estate market update. Now, there's a lot of noise, just a lot of noise happening right now in regards to the housing recession. They're like, oh my gosh, we're in a housing recession. This is just like 2008. And it's very natural for us as humans to do that, right? We live off past experiences and we go, well, this time is just like that time. And when we look at the macro approach versus the micro, we look at the last 6 recessions that we're in. I demonstrated this in the last video, that only 2 of them actually resulted in home prices going down. That was in 1991 when we had the savings and loan scandal. And then the second one was in 2008 when we had the subprime meltdown, right? Now, both of them have their different nuances on why properties actually declined in value. So they have these nuances, and that time wasn't like this time. So we already know that's not the case. Now, the other 4 recessions that we actually had home prices go up in value, right? Somewhere in the range of 6% or more, depending on the recession. So I like to say that this time is probably more like that time. So the interesting thing that came out was it says that sales were down 37% since in July, since 2001. And that is true. But the interesting thing the article didn't talk about was that our supply is down. Right? So our supply is down dramatically. And it's just one of those things that I wanted to bring to your attention and demonstrate that our sellers right now are in a very strong position. This foundation that they're built on is completely different than the subprime meltdown that we had. Remember, the joke was if you could fog a mirror, you had a pole so you could get a loan. Even dogs and dead people were getting loans. And really, that's not what's happening now. So what's happening right now is, in my opinion, very artificial by the Fed raising interest rates to cool down and slow down the market just because it was going at this feverish pace, which was good. But at the same time, we have to look at what's happening with sellers and why are we not having an influx of sellers into the market. This is why. Okay, 72% of the mortgages right now in America have a 4% or lower interest rate. Actually, 55% of them have a 3.5% interest rate or lower, and 34% have a 3% interest rate or lower. So it's very interesting to realize that sellers are sitting on a lot of equity and they have these low interest rates. So a lot of them will probably just stay put. Now, why would a seller enter the market, you ask? Well, if you're a seller and you're thinking about selling your home, why is today a very good time to sell your home? Well, it's a very good time to sell your home because we're still technically in a seller's market. We have 65 days, the expected market time it's going to take you by the time you get your home on the market and get it sold. So if you remember, with operating between 60 and 90 days, you're still considered to be a seller's market. And at the same time, this is a market that's going to be much more conducive for you to actually list your home for sale, find a buyer, make it contingent upon you finding a replacement home, because you're probably going to have a seller that's going to be more open or receptive to the idea of you selling your home versus the last market we came out of. I mean, if you asked the agent if they would consider a contingent offer, it was almost like a joke because they had 15 offers ahead of you that were cash and release all their contingencies. Now this market is different. So just something to think about. This muted demand and this muted influx of homes and low inventory, I think is what's going to continue to keep prices very strong. So I hope you found this video helpful. If there's anything that I could do to help you buy, sell, or invest, I would absolutely be honored to earn your real estate business. I appreciate it, and I look forward to exceeding your real estate expectations. Make it a great day.